was the dictator of the USSR from 1929 to 1953. Under Stalin, the Soviet Union was transformed from a pedestrian society into an industrial and military superpower. However, he ruled by terror, and millions of his own citizens died during the brutal reign. Born into poverty, Stalin became involved in revolutionary politics and as well as ignoble activities as a young man. After Bolshevik leader Lenin died, Stalin had outdid his rivals for control of the party. Once in power, he took on farming and had potential enemies executed or sent to forced labor camps. In 1939, on the eve of World War II, Joseph Stalin and German dictator Adolf Hitler signed a non-aggression pact. Stalin aligned with the United States and Great Britain in World War II after being betrayed by Adolf Hitler. The Soviet Union was founded in 1922 with Lenin as its first leader, who Joseph Stalin looked up to from 1912 to 1924. After Lenin died in 1924, Stalin eventually outmaneuvered his rivals and won the power struggle for control of the Communist Party. By the late 1920s, he had become the dictator of the Soviet Union.
Смело положиться на товарища Сталина. Можете рассчитывать на то, что товарищ Сталин сумеет выполнить свой долг перед народом. Перед рабочим классом. Перед крестьянством. Перед интеллигенцией.
Stalin, who grew increasingly paranoid in the later years, died on March 5, 1953 at age 74 after suffering from a stroke. His body was found and preserved in Lenin's museum in Moscow's Red Square until 1961. When it was removed, his body was buried near the Kremlin walls as part of the de-Stalinization process initiated by Stalin's successor Nikita Khrushchev. Stalin receives the letter I for inhumane due to the ways he exterminated other humans in a sadistic manner. By some estimates, he was responsible for the deaths of 20 million people during his brutal rule. His dictatorship style led to maelstrom throughout Russia. He was the antithesis of a good leader, however, remained the leader of Russia. Stalin affects today's society because his legacy lives in our textbooks. We still learn about his acts in our history classes to make sure in society we don't make the same mistake.